Man, I was on YouTube and saw this video, and it had a picture of Fran Brown suggesting he would be the next Florida Gator head football coach. That caught my attention because I've been sitting here saying John Gruden. I think there's one more name that I threw in the mix. Not coming up now. But when I saw Fran Brown, I was like, yeah. That program lacks a voice and identity. Yeah. He'd probably bring this hard-nosed Charlie Strong meets Urban Meyer-like identity. Yeah, the defense gonna really be hitting. I feel like we can get to our most angriest, consistent level of play on the field. So I clicked the video. This is just what I thought. Just seeing the thumbnail, I was like, Fran Brown, Florida Gators. Yeah. Why haven't I thought that? I guess because he just looks like he's so comfortable building Syracuse is probably why I didn't think that. I'm not trying to snatch people from different programs, I don't think. I'm looking for John Gruden, who hasn't been coaching and is hungry. You know what I mean? And, the University of Florida, in my opinion, is as big a program as the biggest. I don't care who you want to use when you talk about championships and how many they've won. Everybody knows Florida is not to be fooled around with. This is a premier college football program. And I understand that if you get around to talking top five, people are probably gonna struggle trying to put them in there. I wouldn't be surprised if some people want to put Miami in there before the University of Florida. I'm gonna fight for them to always be in there. And I don't think you can go top 10 without them. They're one of the premier programs. So I clicked the video, and I want to share the video because it was just so funny that I don't want to say it yet. No, I'll say it was so funny, the energy that the Florida Gators are spreading in the country. Check this out.
Really do. We're going to talk about my Florida Gators here today. It's been nothing short of disappointing this year. I think any Gator fan out there can fully relate and understand Billy Napier is just not a good head coach. And I mean, is what it is. DJ Lagway, he's suffering from missing time. I know there's a lot of Gator fans that are like, give up on the kid, he's awful. Listen, I do understand that some of it is he just wasn't healthy, and he doesn't appear to be really healthy now. He's in a walking boot here as we head into our bye week. He's got a lot of health issues, man, and I hope that he can get healthy and get it cleaned up, and maybe he'll stick around, maybe he won't. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked to see him leave and go to a program like, I think LSU is going to be looking for a quarterback out of the portal next year. I could see him going there because I don't see Billy Napier surviving the year. I think that there's a strong chance we lose to Texas, get upset by Mississippi State, and then when we head into that bye week, it's the end of Billy Napier era right there. But we'll have to wait and see how it all goes. Maybe our defense, which has been elite, can really turn it around for us, because that's really our one hope right now. Like, the defense has been the bright spot in all of this, and they deserve a ton of credit. We've been playing a ton of young guys in the middle, and it's worked out fantastically at times. I mean, there's still struggles, but for as young as we are, I really am quite impressed with what we've been able to do. Ultimately, with being thin and we don't have the depth there, we did wear down against Miami, and that's how they were able to run it down our throat at the end of the game and run up the score. Yeah. But they played as well as you could expect young guys to play when they don't have a lot of depth, on the roster behind them, because we're missing Caleb Banks, we're missing Bordeaux. Like, what do you expect when your top guys are down? You're already losing your top end talent, but then your depth guys are stepping up, and they've done a good job, but then they wear out, and the guys behind them they're not as good. So to me, I'm not really that disappointed with how our interior of our defensive line's played. I've actually been...
Oh man, so much to say. The Gators are ruining people. They're ruining people right now. There's a whole faction of the country right now they feel confused with themselves when it comes to this time of the year, because they can't confidently represent the brand, the college brand that they want to. They have to shamefully this guy's energy is down bad. His energy is down bad. He's hurting. You can hear it in his voice. He is hurting. He's sad. And it's crazy, we do let this connection we have to these universities, these logos, these brands, really get us passionate about this, but it does. And I found it so interesting listening to him and his energy that I had to come and do this video, because I'm over here making videos about the possibilities of how the Gators can still make it to the SEC title game, man. That's why I said you might as well go ahead and call me Coach Hope. Now, yes, this guy could be right. You know, I'm listening to a few different videos when it comes to like Gators content. I just tapped in with Locked On Gators the other day, and this guy was over here talking about, can the Gators go 2-10 this year? I'm like, well, damn, who's the one other game that we're gonna win then? Because we only got one. Hey, yo, the country is hurting. The fans are hurting. Let's find something to cheer for. Let's find something to be hopeful for. Until we know. We got one loss in the SEC. Luckily, everything we've been doing so far, thus far, has been luckily out of conference. So we're in a good space. Vanderbilt and Alabama is coming up this Saturday. And so there's an opportunity for standings to begin being closer than people expected. And then by all of a sudden week 8, people are like, don't look now, but the Florida Gators have seemingly clawed their way back despite their slow start. They're now ranked number 25 in the country, and they're 5-3. And this Gator team has been playing spirited ball. Oh my! Look out, it's DJ Lagway! Oh my goodness, the Florida Gators! And you know, a part of me is afraid of that happening too, like I said, because I don't want Billy Napier to succeed. But as a Florida Gator fan, the shield comes before me and my emotions. I am on this Titanic and I am riding the wave. I don't get to just get off the ship. I don't get to. So I have to have hope that we will steer clear of this obvious Titanic that has been Billy Napier. And I am going to breathe hope in these young men. I will be the voice that they are not receiving on Monday through Friday, and on Saturday on the sideline, and then on Sunday when we healing up and watching game tape. I will be that voice. I will be that voice. I believe in opportunity more than I believe in Billy Napier, but I also believe, because of opportunity, why can't Billy Napier fuck around and find his? Why can't this man find his breakthrough? And I don't want him to. I am conflicted. I am conflicted. That is the word. That is the feeling. That is the sentiment. Conflictions of a Florida Gator fan. It's a series. Conflictions. That is the feeling. I am conflicted because I want this team to be successful right now. Right now. Before Trey Wilson mess around and clear it on these boys in the portal. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm going to LSU. This energy. I'm not mad at you, bro. JDF. I'm not mad at you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get your energy up. You gotta get your faith up. There's still an opportunity. It's like crazy, but literally the storyline gets a chance to develop right now. We just finished the first act. We just finished the first act of this movie, and it looks bad. Things look bad. Things look grim. We started out the movie with all this preseason hope, and then out of nowhere, we find out that hope has been robbed in the daylight, and then it rained on us on our way back home. That's how the first act of this movie has been going, but there is no reason to not believe in the possibility of offensive flow and communication. We do some things well. What if we do those things really well this Saturday, and guys just start feeding off of each other and we start doing more things well? Why can't we be that team? One thing I can say is Texas has not played as many top quality opponents as the Florida Gators have at the beginning of the season. The Florida Gators are more tested. They're more tested and more proven because, truth be told, they didn't get blown out of any one of these games. They lost pretty handily to Miami, yes, but Miami didn't beat the dog shit out of them. Miami did what they needed to do to survive, but the Gators had opportunities and they were in that game. for majority of that game. Just like they were with LSU. Going blow for blow. Heavyweight. Heavyweight. Tyson versus Holyfield. That's what the Gators' first 4-5 weeks been like. But now it's time. It's time. We just kick back in. Ding, ding, ding. And the round just started. And it's time to start throwing blows again. This is my energy. Because I choose to believe in something like hope, like opportunity, like the fact that these men still have the opportunity to get out there and dominate. Yeah, Arch Manning stood up in the face of one of the DBs from Sam Houston State when he got into the end zone. But he didn't do that against Ohio State because he knows his place. So he about to fuck around and get out here on this football field with these 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars from Florida and from Jacksonville, from South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and Atlanta, Georgia. Boys from down south, boys who done transferred over here, and they gonna be looking at him in the face like, well, we don't give a fuck about you. We don't give a fuck about a Manning cast. The fuck is a Manning cast, my boy? I'm from Pahokee, my boy. Staring at him with goals in their mouth. Crazy enough to fuck around and spit on somebody, but we're not gonna do that type of shit because this is going to be a disciplined outfit. You understand me? One thing I can say about the Gators is they're the most tested. They have seen the most shit. They've had to have had the most intense conversations. I believe DJ Lagway gonna get shit clicking. DJ, if that foot hurt you, my boy, if it hurts so bad where it's gonna hurt the team, we're gonna need you to take some time out. We're gonna need you to do that because it's not helping nobody. And it's throwing you off and it's pushing you back off your game and your timing. But if you're gonna be out there on that field, you're gonna have to be willing to mess around and possibly hurt it again. And play through it. That's what this might have to be. DJ, what we need from you is a Magic Johnson-like season. We need you wheeling and dealing. You can take your time while you're making your decisions. You do it however you need to do. When you need to back somebody down, do whatever you need to do. But we need you to be distributing, whether to our running backs or to our receivers, whether within 5 yards, 15 yards, 25 to 40 yards. We need you throwing the ball deep down the field because we're struggling to make big plays. And I believe this team will turn shit around. But we need you to hand the ball off to Jaden Ball before he mess around and jump into that portal. Beam me up, Texas. Beam me up, Ohio State. He probably gonna mess around and go to an Ohio State. Faith. It's one or two things, my boy. It's one or two things. We either turn this season around right here, right now, and the Florida Gators are going to start chomping their way back into the SEC title game, or Billy is out. And now we're having conversations about John Gruden and maybe Fran Brown. Maybe. Love the energy. But I know we'll be looking at change, and that change will be much needed because the energy needs to change. The discipline needs to change. The ability to focus on dealing with crowd noise and dealing with the expectations of the intentions of this play and the timing of this play and the importance of that happening and getting it done as opposed to getting a flag because of an illegal shift or a false start when these things are talked about in practice every single day, multiple times a day. These guys become more hyper aware of the importance of taking care of their opportunities in the red zone, taking care of their opportunities with the football. This team has way too many talented individuals to be a struggling outfit. So I do not subscribe, Mr. JDF. I do not subscribe to what it is you are talking about when you say, his name is Jeff. I do not subscribe, Jeff, when you're saying that, well, the Gators, we gave it our best shot, but we're not that good, and we just can't, and we just won't, and it just will not happen, and it just cannot happen, and if not, will not be not. He said he didn't play college ball. I'm sorry, Jeff, but this is why. This is why. Where's your hope? Where's your hope? Where is your hope? Wake the fuck up, okay? It is way too early in the set. Wake that ass up. Wake that ass up. I'm here to wake that ass up. It's too early in the season, bruh. You over here worried about a loss to Miami, and you worried about a loss to USF. Okay, we lost those. As far as I'm concerned, them ain't nothing but exhibition games. Florida exhibition games. Beat the shit out of LIU. Lost to USF because we couldn't be a disciplined football team. Lost to LSU because Lagway was trying very hard to make a play. Trying so hard to force plays instead of taking whatever plays were in front of him. And then we lost to Miami because they're bigger, better, more in shape right now, and more in alignment with their full image of a season and what is actually worthy of their work. Whereas the Gators are more in a place of being mercenaries. We're like a bandit of pirates. We're like a bandit of pirates. The Florida Gators are like Pirates of the Caribbean. You gotta believe, man. You got to believe, man. And I got faith in the opportunity. I'll be right here when it's time, if it's time to eat shit. I'll be right here. But I don't intend to. And I want you to do what you can. Listen to my voice. Listen to my reasoning. Listen to my hope. So you stay in alignment with the season of opportunity. This is a season of opportunity. It was after Tebow went through something that he came to that podium and said, "You will not see anybody who will work as hard as I will." Where is that guy on the Gators right now? I'm calling on you. I am calling on you. I am calling on you, Lagway. Do I need to hit you up on IG? Do I need to try to connect with you on LinkedIn? I am calling on you to be the voice and not the preseason sense of thin air. Be the voice. Don't be the whisper because of everything they say about you in preseason. 5-star. Came in for Graham Mertz and the Gators went 4-1. And this team was really wheeling and dealing, and Lagway's a Heisman candidate. Oh my! Be the voice, bruh, not that whisper from other people talking. They doing all the talking, but by the time the talking get to you and your play on the field, now it ain't nothing but a whisper, bruh. That ain't nothing but something that is in thin air because you got to do the work. You still got to be the voice, bruh. These people telling you what they see in you, but you still got to go be the voice on the field. Tell these receivers what you're seeing and what happened and what the problem is. I don't see them talking. I see you throwing picks and I don't see you talking to nobody. I don't see you talking to nobody, telling somebody, okay, let's get this shit straight. What happened, bro? Did you run past the window? I need you to stay in the window, sit in the window. If I miss you in the first window, let's go find another one. Wake up! Opportunity's still there. Opportunity is still there. If you got to this part of the video, I appreciate you. Rocking with Coach Hope as we do what we can to instill faith where sometimes all you see is yourself and why you came to Florida and you just want to get 10 interceptions so you can try to get the award, the Thorpe Award, and then go to the draft or transfer to go to the bigger school. And then there's that next goal. And then there's the next goal. And then there's the next biggest booty out there on the block. Slow down. Win this next day. One day at a time. I'll be watching. Guys, I'm going to be doing a live stream during the game. Live watch party. So if you want to kick it with me, kick it with me. I'll make a post about it, and just to make sure we're all in alignment as far as what time I'll kick off, and we'll go from there. But I am on high alert when it comes to the possibilities of the season. All is not lost on these Pirates of the Caribbean, these Gators. And Jeff, I'll put Jeff's video in the comments below. Jeff, man, come on, dog. Come on, pick it up. Get your energy up, big dog. That ain't gonna get it, bro. That ain't gonna get it. Nope. Ain't gonna get it. Wake up. You're gonna have to do it too. Yep, you're gonna have to do it too. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. You guys at this part of the video. Would appreciate it even more if you decided to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you soon. I'll see you on Saturday.